So here it is. The trunk pan is almost finished and ready to weld. What I need to do now is mark any little areas where we need any panel adjustments. As you saw, all of the framing I did, I bead rolled a little flanged edge for the panels to lay flush in. And so I need to adjust a few of the edges here and there, shave them down a bit so everything can lay nice and flat. But as you can see, everything is clecoed in place. It's super solid. I was a little worried about how solid it would be because the gas tank is mounting to the underside, but it's all super solid in there. And so I have the trunk riser, the floor pan, and then the back side of the C-notch all complete, all ready to go. So I'm just gonna mark all of the areas that need to be shaved down like I said. Then I can remove all of the panels, and I'm gonna clean up all the areas on the body where I'm going to be spot welding. So I'll clean up both sides so we have clean metal to spot weld all these in place. Everywhere you see a cleco, I'll take a cleco out, I'll spot weld it, take a cleco out, spot weld it, and do that on the whole assembly here. I'm going to use some weldable primer to paint any of the surfaces where there's going to be bare metal on bare metal that I won't be able to get to after the fact. So underneath this flange and this part of the original trunk pan, this flange right here, anywhere that there's two bare metal surfaces that are going to be touching that I won't be able to get after the fact, we're going to spray with weldable primer so we don't leave any bare metal behind where any rust or corrosion can start. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I'm really glad I took the time to make a second floor pan for the trunk. The first one I just would not have been happy with. If I had gone with it and stuck with it through this whole process, it wouldn't be laying nice and super flat like this one is. It wouldn't be as durable and as strong as this one is, and I would have gotten to this point and it would have just been eating me up inside to the point where I would have had to have scrapped it, and that would have set me back. Sometimes you just gotta walk away for a little bit when you know something like that is kind of looming over you, so it's easier to make the decision, come back the next day with a fresh mind, fresh motivation, do it over. And luckily, the second time it turned out much, much better. As is, it fits amazing. It barely needs any touch-up just to get it to lay that little bit extra perfect. Today the plan is strip all this down after marking it, shave all the areas that need to be fit, and then we're gonna primer all of the surfaces like I said, and there'll be a little bit of cleanup on the inner fender wells, and of course cleaning up all the areas on the body where the spot welds are going to be. And we'll get it to that point and then leave it, and then we'll come back tomorrow, put everything back in place, and then we'll begin spot welding it. Of the major sheet metal work, this is a huge step. We'll get this done and we'll keep working our way forward.
Have you ever seen a turd, the two turds alike?
Guess not.
No.